NHA Hypothetical Containment Report. Subject: the mask. This one was tricky because the mask is not a person. It's not a demon in the traditional sense either. The mask is a reality permission engine, an artifact that temporarily replaces a wearer's relationship with physics, consequence, and restraint. And the most dangerous thing about it? It only works if you choose to put it on. So, short briefing. The mask is a sentient artifact of unknown origin, often linked to mythological trickster archetypes. Once worn, it amplifies the user's suppressed impulses and grants near-total control over local reality through cartoon logic. Time stretches, matter bends. Violence becomes symbolic instead of lethal, until it doesn't. Unlike Roger Rabbit, the wearer is not born into this rule set. They are granted access, and that makes all the difference. While active, the mask exhibits reality warping driven by comedic narrative, near invulnerability, weaponized exaggeration, and emotional amplification without ethical filtering. The mask does not make someone evil. It removes the barriers that keep them from becoming it. That's the danger. Every wearer becomes a walking probability violation with no internal governor. From the NHA's standpoint, the mask represents a fracture class mimetic artifact with escalation potential. Fracture class because the damage radius is localized but unpredictable and heavily dependent on the psychology of the host. So, the next section. NHA response strategy. The NHA does not pursue the wearer as the primary target. The wearer is a symptom. The artifact is the problem. The objective is separation, not neutralization. Now, the capture method. Phase 1. Audience denial. The mask thrives on attention. Crowds escalate behavior. Reaction fuels amplification. The NHA evacuates and isolates the area using blackout protocols. No cameras, no spectators, no live coverage. Without an audience, the mask's narrative momentum weakens. Phase 2. Tone collapse. Specialized Horizon pins are deployed to suppress narrative extremes, not by enforcing realism, but by flattening exaggeration. Punchlines still land, they just stop rewriting the environment. Phase 3. Psychological de-escalation. The wearer is engaged verbally, not physically, using controlled mirroring. The goal is to reintroduce self-awareness, which the mask actively suppresses. Once the wearer hesitates, the mask loosens. When removed, the mask becomes inert. No force, no containment breach, no explosion. It simply waits. The artifact is secured inside a non-reflective, perception-muted containment vault. No mirrors, no faces, no stimuli. Because the mask doesn't tempt you with power. It tempts you with permission. Next, long-term containment status. Subject. The mask status, contained fracture class artifact. Containment isolated, non-interactive. The artifact is never destroyed. Destruction attempts risk uncontrolled narrative backlash. Instead, it is denied context, denied curiosity, denied a face to wear. If the mask bonds with a high suggestibility or violent host, escalation protocols are authorized, but lethal force is avoided. Killing the host does not neutralize the artifact. It only makes the next wearer more interesting. The mask doesn't reveal who you are. It reveals who you'd be if consequences stopped applying. That's why the NHA doesn't fear monsters. We fear artifacts that turn choice into a weapon. Because the scariest thing the mask ever does is wait for someone to smile and say yes.